Hey, what's up guys? We're back in the King of Random Labs today. I got some special guests. This is Jake and Richie, the Sonic Dad crew. Tell us what this is, Richie.
This is Sonic Dad project number 78, the marshmallow cannon. It runs on alcohol and shoots mini marshmallows.
So basically this thing is like a mini potato cannon that shoots marshmallows powered by alcohol.
Right.
This is a plastic PVC pipe, but he made it look like a metal heat sink. That's why I love Richie. He, to me, is an engineering genius. All right, so you just set this thing down on your desk. You got a little igniter here, and with any luck, hopefully that didn't put any dents in my drywall. That's a lot more powerful than I was expecting. Jeez. These guys have joined me today because we're gonna take this awesome concept and we're gonna blow it up 2 times bigger, which may not sound like a lot, but wait till you see the size difference. You make this thing 2 times bigger and it's 7 times more powerful, and that is what we're doing today. So this just in, Sonic Dad wants to give you their PDF for free. I tried to talk them out of it, but they insist. So somewhere on the screen here, you'll be able to click, and also down in the description, there will be a link to where you can go and get their original marshmallow cannon. So how many different segments are there to actually building this contraption?
Well, we've got the base, the combustion chamber, the barrel, and then we'll have the igniter and the fuel sponge.
So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna break this thing down into segments. We're gonna build the different pieces and put them together. So glasses on for safety, and let's get down to business. We got all our parts laid out, so we just need to glue them together using some PVC glue. I love this stuff because you don't have to prime it first. You just slap it on, stick it together, in 15 seconds, you're locked in tight. Let's get busy. Now at this point, the combustion chamber is pretty much finished. There's one part that we need to add, and this is a pressure bulkhead. A piece of PVC tubing that's sealed off with epoxy on one end, but still open on the other. Now we're going to glue this into the base of our combustion chamber, and this will allow us to swivel on the base and even separate it as one individual unit, but it'll be completely airtight.
And now it's time to add the air pump.
Alright, so this unit is as complete as we're going to get right now. The next step is to paint it, but before we do that, we're going to complete the base. So to build the base, these are essentially the pieces that you're going to need, and we want to build them in 2 separate chunks to begin with. We're going to glue all these together as seen here, and then we're going to glue all these together as seen here as well. We're going to wait on these pieces because these are going to be friction locks. We're basically going to just jam the pieces together, and this will actually pivot. So we don't want to glue that yet. This thing's coming together really well. We've got the base, we got the combustion chamber. The next part is the heat sink. This marks all the circles we need to cut out. And Richie says the best thing that works is to take a little screwdriver or something and poke a little dent or a divot right in the center of that hole. And then drill it out with a 1/4 inch bit and then move up to a 1/2 inch bit. So let's drill some holes. Alright guys, so update, we got our heatsink finished and it is looking awesome. The cool thing about this barrel is it's got a beveled 45, and so when you have your ammunition, whether it's a potato or a papaya, you can just jab it down in there, get a nice little chunk of something, and then it's going to fit right into your combustion chamber, ready to shoot. That is so cool. What a clever design, Richie. You are the man. Alright guys, so we got our parts painted. The paint's drying right now, and while it's drying, we can move on to making this very important component, which is the fuel sponge. Now this fuel cell looks complicated, but once you break it down, it's not that bad. Basically, all you're gonna do is you're gonna take the metal rod and you're gonna put it into the center of the 1/2 inch end plug, and you're gonna fill it up with hot glue and let that cool so that the rod's running up straight through the center. Then take your sponge and cut it into 1 inch strips. Take an X-Acto knife or something sharp and slice it right down the center, halfway deep. Add a dab of hot glue and hold it in place, and now you get a little 1 inch section of sponge that you can slide down to the bottom and glue into place. We're just going to repeat that process until the entire rod is filled with sponges. It's very important that in between each section of sponge you add a full layer of hot glue. This is going to create a layer in between each section of sponge. The purpose of having all these bulkheads in between each sponge is to prevent the fuel from sliding back to one end and rendering this less effective.
You've got denatured alcohol,
which basically means alcohol that you can't drink because they put poison in it. The more surface area we can add through these sponges, the quicker the alcohol is going to evaporate. So we got the combustion chamber and the base all finished. We've got the barrel and the heatsink finished. We've got our fuel cell. The only thing left to do now is to put it all together and add a source of ignition. The igniter actually isn't that difficult. We're just using our thread cap from the top. We're going to drill a hole through the center, take one of these barbecue igniters, smash it open, and extract the piezoelectric igniter. We're going to glue that down through the center, secure it to the side, twist the wires, and leave a little bit of a gap so when you press the button it sparks. All we have to do then is screw it together, add a little fuel, and it's ready to shoot. Guys, just for fun, we put a muzzle brake on the end here. This uses a 1 1/4 inch coupling with a 1 1/4 to 1 inch bushing. Look how awesome that makes the barrel look, guys. So our cannon is assembled and we're ready to fire. All we have to do is take this barrel, add a little bit of alcohol spray to the sponge, prime this thing, and give it a click. Hey, that sounds awesome. You can hear the power. So after you fire it, you can just give it about 9 or 10 pumps. This will circulate fresh air into the combustion chamber and push out all the old air. And because those sponges are releasing fresh alcohol constantly, you can fire this thing over and over and over again without having to touch the caps. Fire in the hole! Oh, dang. Well, I guess that's to be expected, isn't it? Ooh, you blew up your missile, Richie. It's shredded. Look at the damage, yeah.
Oh my god, well.
That is amazing! I love it. We are in business. Huge thanks to my friends at Sonic Dad for putting this project together. Richie has got some amazing brains. They've got a lot of cool projects on their YouTube channel and their website, sonicdad.com. So go check them out. If you've got itchy hands and you're looking for something to build, they've got a lot of projects to satisfy you. This kind of makes us feel like being kids again. But in another video, we're gonna take this thing out and battle test a whole range of ammunition. So what would you like to see us fire with it? Put your comments below what kind of ammunition we should shove down the barrel. And that might be a whole nother video, so subscribe and stay tuned to see what we do with this thing in the future project videos. Richie's got some more cool ideas for ammunition we're gonna plug into this thing, so stick around to see those. Thanks for joining us for this project. We'll be looking for you in the next one. Talk to you then.
Remove a little bit of material. Do not remove a finger.
You can't hesitate, you gotta fully commit.